It's the record button, and then I say, "Yo, what up? How's it going, man?"
What's up? It's going well. I got off work to do this specifically.
Okay, okay, I dig it. I dig it. Let's chat about All Might. Give me the elevator pitch for what's going on with this All Might deck.
Oh, well, there's not a lot of like fancy stuff going on. This is basically okay. I'm playing Texas Smash, I'm playing Hardened Shop, I'm playing all the basic stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's just it's provisional. Trying to make this as good as consistent as I can. Uh, and yeah, that's basically the pitch.
Okay, okay. Let's chat about let's chat about the attack lineup because it is very very basic. And I think what we're going to spend probably more time is talking about the sideboard because like we've just done a bunch of All Might threes in the main board. Like on deck doctor. So I'm sure you've watched those videos and gotten the thoughts there. This
Yeah.
is the world's most basic All Might 3 deck. You are absolutely correct. This is, I mean,
Yes.
4 smash, 4 chop, 3 reverse throw, 4 jab, 4 strike. There's not much more you could ask for. The only thing that I could maybe say is we could, instead of if we want to like increase our attack count to like be a little bit more aggressive and have some slightly bigger numbers, right? Because right now our stats are we're at 54. If we wanted to, we could just jam a couple more attacks in here and just like let it rock, right? I think this character really promotes you, and the attack lineup really the attack lineup really promotes you being able to play more attack lines because of chop building, because of hardened strike building, because of capture evildoers clearing. And so I think there's like some really good lines of like I could push to 22, 23, 24 attacks and probably get away with a little bit of greed there. So we could talk about that if we absolutely wanted to. The actions: 2 evildoers, 2 plus ultras, 2 and 2. Why? What's up with that?
Well, so I originally got the idea of this list from the one of the week Wednesday weeklies. A good All Might that did all a good was undefeated. He was only playing 1 plus ultra. I wanted to play 2
Okay.
because I like plus ultra a lot.
Who doesn't?
I mean, so Capture Leader, I could see an argument for playing more. Right now I only have 2.
Okay.
Uh, so that's the big reason.
I think the form on Capture Evildoers is like the main reason I would want to play All Might 3. I think this character is like one of the sickest string characters that exists. He does not go tall, he goes very, very wide. And Capture Evildoers lets you do that, and is such a stunning use of our momentum, right? Going like chop into jab, and then like Capture Evildoers into setup strike into smash, smash, smash is like such a good use of an attack turn. And that sounds like 1,000 cards, and it is because jab lets us draw cards, All Might lets us draw cards, cards Destin lets us draw cards, Passing the Torch lets us draw cards. Like, we'll have the resources in our hand. What we don't have is we don't have the card pool space. And so Capture Evildoers being able to clear out that card pool, and like there's just so many times in the All Might deck that I'm playing, that I was playing. My version 1 was literally this attack lineup. It literally was just this. I have since dropped the setup strikes for more draw cards because I just didn't care if my moves got blocked. I just didn't care. I did not care if my next move got +3 because there were 3 more moves coming after it. I would rather just draw the bonus cards and then clear it with Capture Evildoers. That's how I felt, but I don't think that setup strike is a bad card. Making this a 7 high for 1,000,000 is really good. And so there is something to be said about it. I wasn't running plus ultra. This was because I did not have plus ultra, so I've never tested with this deck. It's also a great momentum out. The biggest issue that I have with the good symbol at the moment, right, and the punch good symbol is it just doesn't have good momentum outs. It's just Capture Evildoers. It's just setup strike. It's just plus ultra. There are gift from mom is like the coolest starter deck card you can have, and it belongs right in that starter deck, and you just shouldn't play it anymore.
Yeah.
Onto the do you agree with what I said? Anything?
Yeah. Like I said, the big issue is I only have 2 Capture Evildoer. That's
Right.
why there's only like 2 in the deck.
Okay.
Uh, I've really liked Plus Ultra because like there's times where it's gonna be the reason why I do enough damage for game.
Yeah.
Like you just go reverse throw, you go Texas Smash and reverse throw, make that a 9. Boom, here's plus Ultra. It's now an 18.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, Texas Smash Reverse Throw plus Ultra. Like if you can go Chop Smash Reverse Ultra, like that kills everybody but Nomu, right? Like that is a very very hard turn to deal with, and your bonus draw 2 from All Might is like going to help you get there. So let's talk about foundations. Let's talk about foundations. The number one thing that I'm seeing right off the bat, right, is you're only playing one coordinated effort. What's up with that?
I'm gonna be completely honest. The build that I looked at originally only played one, so I've only kept it at one since then.
Okay. I think that you should just switch these two numbers. I think that you should play one pull no punches and one coordinated effort. If you are afraid of deadlock stuff, you should put more pull no punches in the sideboard, right? The fact that the enhanced destroy add a punch to your from card pool to your momentum is actually not that impressive inside of a good deck, right? We're not playing Detroit Smash in our deck, nor do I think we should in All Might 3 in a list like this, right? I think that card is ultra greedy. I was playing it as a one of in my deck, and it was super, super cool and it worked, but that was like 20% of the time. It is not a very good provisional card in All Might 2 or All Might 3.
It wasn't a one last week, and I took it out because I checked it twice and I was like, all right, and then I finally drew it and it didn't win me the game. I was like, this card sucks.
Yeah, especially with all these spooky plus ultras going around, the stock in that card it's got way, way worse. If you want to play that card, I would probably just play Pummel instead. And Pummel like works with jab, it works with chop, it works with a lot of stuff. But yeah, I would just switch these numbers because as soon as people like see coordinated effort on the board, it is it changes their entire mindset, and they get in such a I know. I mean, so I'm talking exclusively from experience. You just get your opponent in such a bad mood. Ugh, I'm not allowed to block any of these moves. I don't want to block his setup strike. He's just gonna pick it back up with hardened jab, and then he'll hit me with it again. Yuck! I hate that. And so this card is becoming extra foundations to then commit with All Might later on down the road is super good. Picking up your super rad attacks with jab just feels super great. I think this card is fantastic. I would probably main it at a 3 of. And then we're gonna sideboard one of it because there's no way we don't become Kirishima with this deck. There's no reason to not play Kirishima in our sideboard.
All right.
If we wanted to spread our wings a little bit, we could cut passing down to a 3 of. I think a 4 of passing is a little greedy. This card is really good on defense. It's not very good on offense. And so I don't necessarily think we need 4 of it because what this says is my opponent's attacks get stun 1, but I draw a card, right? That's another way to look at it because it's a commit cost, and committing as a cost on defense can be very scary. The best use of this card is this gives me extra choices to review, and because I know I can face tank this last attack, or I know I can safely block this attack without passing. So passing is going to sit on your board and not do a ton until it is time to sculpt harder, or I have to celebrity status, which is a card that I think we actually should put at 4 of in this deck. I think celebrity status in any deck that can pop off the top card of the deck whenever they want to is uber powerful. Imagine having 2 celebrity statuses and 2 reverse throws in our momentum. We stack them both, commit the face down with All Might 2, and just draw 2 reverse throws. What a sick, unbelievable turn that you have. Like, the big scary thing about All Might 2 is, like, my opponent gets to look and be like, well, maybe he drew foundations, right? But with celebrity status, they know I didn't. They know. they watched me put these cards back on top. And so they're like, huh, if he had 4 attacks, he now has 6 attacks, and I know it. They know, and they're sitting there sweating, just patting their forehead. Oh no, I already got smacked by those once. And this card's crazy in Kirishima, which we're sideboarding into for sure.
Probably take a passing the torch out for one more celebrity assassin. I don't know what else I'd take out for the 4th one. I'm at 54 currently in the main deck.
55 sounds like a cool number to me, my guy.
Fair. I guess it could be 55.
Yeah, I don't
The thing I wanted to do was build up my make more found because I feel like I don't have enough foundations in the deck.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of lists are playing like 34, 35, and 55, and I'm over here playing 31.
Hmm.
Well, because the reason my mindset on it was, well, my first attack's going to be heart and jab, and that's already going to be a free foundation.
True. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the fact that you have, we're going to pump coordinated effort up by replacing it with these pull-no punches, you're going to feel like you have way more foundations too, because all of these cards get turned into foundations whenever we want them to. Right? You're not coordinated effort is not an automatic button that we press every single time, but whenever you feel like you need it, whether it be like turn 1 or turn 2, turn 3, it's going to feel good having that extra resource if they happen to full block our move. 9 times out of 10, because of us having Capture Evildoers and Plus Ultra, we're going to take the momentum, or sorry, Capture Evildoers Plus Ultra and now Celebrity Status as our main. Celebrity Status is our main momentum use of just buying back that attack is very, very good. Every time that I see this card, I want to jam it down on my board as bad as I can. And so I want to put this card up to a 4 of if you can find the room, even if that means we go to like 56 attacks or 56 cards in our deck. That's how I feel about that. I think Celebrity Status in this kind of a deck is just as important as like a Destined for Mainstream.
All right.
IMO.
It's also really good with this in the mainstream because you could just put it on top and be like destined for
Correct.
attack.
Yeah, you have Destined, you have Passing, you have All Might as all ways that you get to draw cards. It is super super spooky how good this card is. I think it is one of the most slept on foundations inside of this kind of deck. I know for me personally, right? I was only playing it at a 2 of, and every time that I saw it, I wanted it, I wanted it, I wanted it. And I know every time that my opponent has it on their board, I sit there and I play the game differently because I know I'm not allowed to give them momentum because they're just going to get it back.
I think the big reason why I'd cut it down to 2 was because it's a mid block and there's already a bunch of those. I was
Yeah.
trying to like even out my blocks.
Let's take a look at it. We've got 27, 14, 13. I guess we are taking out 2 highs for 2 more mids. We are not playing. Let me go and find this card. We are not playing Deku is Embarrassed, the card. Good Impressions. What's the name of that card?
Is that the one that like you discard momentum, give like 3 damage or something?
That is
Oh.
Good Impressions is E flip, your punch gets -1 difficulty. It's a 2/5/3 high. The other option that we could play is we could play Harden. I think Harden is really good. Hard chop becoming just like a base 10 damage move is like fantastic. And we're also in combination with Harden not playing the one that built it down, Mainly Passionate Guy. We're also not playing that card to round out our mids and our highs and lows.
All right.
Yeah, as those are just options. I think those would be fine sideboard cards in case we need them. My personal opinion is I think your main board should just be like just trying to win the die roll and just gas them out and just kill them. And that's kind of just like what this All Might wants to do. Is just like be better at playing the game than my opponent without like the hokey tricks, right? And then our sideboard is going to come in and do some other specific things. Make these cards a little more threatening with the Hardens. Make sure that our blocks are really good with Mainly Passionates. So on and so forth. So maybe we could put Celebrity up at like a 3 of, right? We're going to put you at a 3 of. We're going to put you down to a 1 of because it's good deadlock pressure. We're going to put you up to a 3 of because it's good. I think we put Passing down to a 3 of because it's good, and then we press F5. Boop. And then see what this does to us. 54 cards. We could still increase 1. What's our blocks look like? We lost a block, so we could Bonds of is here. We could be like super sick and put like a sweet 1 of foundation in if we wanted to push us up to 55.
I could play 4 Bonds of Friendship because there's only 3 in the main right now. For a high block.
Friendship. Yeah, we could do that. We could put 4 in and then refresh and then look at it. Okay, cool. Yeah, this is a very cool, consistent looking deck. I think this deck is going to be very, very consistent with how tight this attack lineup is. Like chop to smash to reverse throw is just a hell of a combo, and the fact that you get to restack and redraw the stuff that you want to is going to be really sweet. Coordinated effort's going to help you build in case they do block this, because this is a million damage, especially if you All Might to just give stats, just give the damage, especially on chop, especially on throw. You obviously give speed on smash. This is great. Sideboard wise, the big suggestions are I want Kirishima in there because I think All Might 3 into Kirishima is really bad, and so just play the mirror match and just pray that you draw hotter than him. Your attack lineup will work for Kirishima as just good Kirishima. It's basically the good list that topped in Omaha. I would probably play more Capture Evildoers if you had them, but you said you don't have them, and so that's fine.
Well, my friend said he could bring me a third one tonight, so I guess I can play a third one.
I would certainly put it at least in the sideboard just for momentum decks. Being able to rip a momentum from a tape swing deck and not take that +2 damage and steal your own momentum so that you can set up Striker plus Ultra them or rip another Capture Evildoers on your kill turn is super, super good. I love the extra plus Ultra. How many of the Midoriya Secret Rare do you have?
I have 0.
0. Do you have anybody who has any?
No. And I was listening to the other thing you were talking about, and I know, like, I don't have any of that, so Nomu's going to be very hard.
Yes.
You talked about how Mighty Punches would be good because they're not going to have a hand. I do have Mighty Punches.
Mighty Punch. Yeah, we could put Mighty Punch in here, but the question is what do we do? What do we take out? Do we just jam 4 attacks into the deck and feel fine about it? My personal answer is yes. I think All Might 3 gets to play a little attack heavy and feel fine, right?
I mean, yeah, I'm not. You said you're iffy on Substrike. I've also been iffy on Substrike.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the card. I don't know if it's in the same 4 of, because I don't think it's like, oh, I need to see this card.
Mm-hmm.
If there's any card I want to see turn the first attack, it's Heart and Jab.
Right.
But like I could see like cutting some setup strikes to put in for more room, give space to put in another attack that might be good.
Yeah, so you're like saying like cut 2 of these to put in like 2 Mighty Punches in the main board?
Yeah, I mean like that works for me technically. Really, like setup strike, I think it's fine. I mean, it's good with Mighty Punch because it gives Mighty Punch speed, so they're gonna have a hard time to block a Mighty Punch. But like I was listening, like I don't have a way against Nomu.
Right.
My play against Nomu is literally just throw as much as I can at them and block what I can.
Your play against Nomu is to magically transform into the best character in the game. And you just become Kirishima, and you get to block everything, and then you'll play reverse throw, and then you'll put it on top of your deck, and then you'll pick it up with reverse, or you'll pick it up with your character, and then you'll pick up celebrity status, and then you'll play reverse throw, and then you'll play celebrity status, and then you'll put it back on top of your deck, and then you'll build it back, and then you will just do this 100 times, and then he'll die. And then any of these other moves that you've done are also very, very good.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you thinking that maybe the Mighty Punch thing might be a good idea to play in the main deck? Or...
Yeah, I went ahead and I think I tossed in 2, so we're back up to this. My personal opinion, honestly, is you could Jose is saying you should probably side another reverse throw as well, but our sideboard's getting very tight. We could, if you feel like you're not seeing enough attacks, toss in a 4th one and not feel bad about it even in the slightest. I think it feels good here in every time. The only way this card feels bad is if we draw 4 of it in our hand, right?
Yeah.
And even then, that's like 4 guaranteed moves that have hit, and plus with celebrity status not being able to stack them back on top, like it's gonna feel you're gonna find more attacks just because of celebrity status.
Okay.
Yeah. Any questions about this?
I mean, like, my only question is, what do you think of the size? So since we're putting the 4th bond in the main deck, that 4th bond is out of the side,
right?
What do you think of like Heroic Strike and Delaware Smash? The reason why I'm playing Delaware Smash is because like if you go against like a Racerhead, you can just play this card and they don't get a race back. You just do the damage. You just get it through. I don't get a race back, so now that your Texas Smash, I don't have an erase for.
Huh. Okay. I think personally that's Magical Christmas Land, but because it's a 4 mid, and what if they just have a second erase? It's more likely that they just have the second erase, and then they're like, oh no, I've been bamboozled. I don't love these attacks personally. I think Heroic Strike is really neat if we were all inning on one move, right? Like I play Heroic Strike in Midoriya, I play Heroic Strike in All Might 1, but I think in All Might 3 that they're just not needed. Because like I don't necessarily care what foundations you have. Like the only foundation that's scary is something like You're So Obvious or Walkling that like stops the reverse throw that's been Texas smashed. But like all these other moves were crazy threatening as well, especially now that we've got like a 3 mid for 100 Mighty Punch. Or like a very fast for 7 Mighty Punch. Like I think this is just like it is a good option.
Okay. So what would you think would be better? Because like the side I knew was already not like what it could be. I was
Yeah.
just 2 cards in basically.
So
Uh,
here's what I'll say. I don't love doing sideboards on the deck doctors, but I love You're So Obvious. I love Plus Ultra. I think those are keeps. I think everything else can go. Obviously, Bonds of Friendship we just put 4 over the main board. I think you put in Kirishima. I think you put in Coordinated Effort. I think that you put in maybe another celebrity status. You put in you put in the other capture evildoers. If you could find a fourth plus ultra, that would be cool. You could put in other impactful attacks. Like I don't think Heroic Strike is terrible. I don't like Delaware Smash at all in this deck, because if Delaware Smash is the only attack that we opened, we're not allowed to draw 2 bonus cards off of All Might, and that feels bad, right? Like we need an enhanced step in order to play the game. Project says Pummel. I like Pummel. I would possibly put Pummel in over top of Mighty Punch because it kind of does the same job of. It's a good momentum out, and it does 1,000 damage. Like it just like is really really good. But Mighty Punch is better as an opener, where Pummel's better as a finisher? Question mark. I don't know. I would maybe mess around with Mighty Punch or Pummel, and yeah, I would just find like impactful sideboard slots that work with both Kirishima and All Might, because Kirishima is going to be your saving grace, because All Might has bad matchups like Nomu, right?
all right.
Yeah.
I mean, like I could instead of Mighty Punch in the main, I could just main Pummel and then side Mighty Punch for Nomu.
Sure.
Since it's going to be an attack they can't really, they might not be able to block, and if they do, now they have 0 cards in hand. I just start dumping out other cards.
Yeah. How do I feel about
like
Midoriya SR? I think it's the best option, but we just said we didn't have them, and so we just.
Yeah, I don't have the secret rare at all, so
That's okay.
I have no way of getting them or anything like that.
Smash for Foundation Hate. I think Smash is only playable inside of Ojiro. I do not think it is playable in any other character. I do not think it has enough value. Is there anything on this list that you vehemently disagree with?
No. I think it's I think you've given good points and stuff. I need to think about some stuff. I want to try to play the 4th Celebrity Assassin in the main deck, so I'm gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah. I mean, the other option, honestly, is just like go up to 56. It's not going to kill you.
Fair.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just like, because I'm from other card games, and like the other guy said, I have like this mindset of be as low as possible.
Yep. Yep. So being as low as possible is really important in draw 1 card games. But this is a draw 6 card game for you, and so like consistency exists, but is not as linchpinned on that. Right? As long as the options that you're putting in are good and useful and impactful, it is okay because of how many cards we draw. Right? Like if you still feel like you're drawing too many, if you put in that 56 card and you're like banging your head that, oh man, I'm just not drawing attacks, put in the 4th reverse throw and try it there. Right? Once again, in this card game, you bulk up and then slim down. You're not just allowed to slim. You're not just allowed to slim. Bulk up and then slim. Bulk up then slim. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right, dude. Any last minute thoughts? Any questions?
No last minute thoughts. Just this is really good help for when this provisional was supposed to come up.
Yeah, man.
That's why I really wanted to do this today.
I'm excited for you to get 2nd place. It's gonna be very cool.
Okay, because you're gonna be first.
Yeah, of course. You can't get out the boy.
All right.
All right, dude. Let me see this list, and thank you again for the support on Patreon. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Peace.